Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about trying to be seen and heard by the narcissistic people in your life. It's definitely a normal thing to want to be seen and heard by others. The problem comes when this person has made it clear that they do not see or hear you in a way that makes sense, but you still keep trying. This is often related to an abandonment wound in someone's past, and it feels very important to, quote, fix this by somehow convincing the other person to see you as you see yourself. This is also an ego trauma because this kind of thing attacks your very sense of self. It can be very, very damaging. Unfortunately, we see this in relationships with narcissists all the time. In fact, it's one of the things that can keep people stuck in the relationship, the desire to be seen and heard and understood by this person. I addressed it a bit in the videos called Stop Explaining to the Narcissist and Stop Defending Yourself to the Narcissist. The desire for someone to see you as you see yourself can be very strong. It can feel like a need. It can become disproportionately important in someone's life, where they spend huge amounts of time and energy trying to convince the other person or people to see them as they see themselves. This feels like trying to prove your worth to the other person, but it's actually trying to get them to prove your worth to you by choosing you or by acting as you believe they should act or that they would act if they could see your worth. The truth is, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Their perception of you is about them. It's not about you. And we can't control the perceptions of other people. They are going to see us how they see us. And if their perception doesn't agree with the reality of the situation or the person, there's not a whole lot anybody can do about that except decide if they want that kind of person in their life or not. If reality doesn't speak for itself, nothing you say is likely to make a difference. So before trying to explain something to someone, look past your desire to be seen, heard, and understood to evaluate if they actually can see, hear, and understand you. Because if they can't, you're wasting your time. Not only are you wasting your time, in most situations, it's really hurtful and stressful to try to be seen and heard and understood by somebody who's not willing or able to do that. Some people don't have any time or space for the feelings or problems of other people. They just don't. And wanting them to be able to do that for you does not make them willing or able to do it. Before investing energy and emotion into this, ask yourself if what you're expecting from this person is realistic. It may be reasonable, but that doesn't make it realistic. Just because something is the fair thing or the right thing doesn't mean that someone can or will do it. Our standards should be the same for everybody, but our expectations need to be based on the reality of how someone actually is, not how we want them to be, think they should be, or wish they were. If someone has repeatedly shown that they cannot or will not meet basic standards for respect, decency, communication, whatever, then expecting them to do better may be reasonable, but it's not realistic, right? Stop explaining yourself to people who are not listening, not considering, not objective, who are just looking for ammunition, or who just straight up don't care. You don't have to keep pouring your energy down that black hole. Learn to evaluate whether something is worthy expenditure of your energy. Many things are not. Trying to be seen and heard and understood by someone who's not willing or capable of seeing, hearing, and understanding you is not a worthy expenditure of your energy. Your desire for something is not enough. The other person has to have a corresponding desire to give you what you want, and they have to have a corresponding ability to give it to you. If they don't, then they don't. It can be difficult at first to sit with the discomfort of not explaining, but it will pass. And the reduction of stress over time, when you practice this and you do it whenever you should, whenever you start walking away from situations where it's just pointless, the reduction of stress over time is so, so worth it. So I hope that clears a few things up for you. I take appointments one-on-one. So if you're interested in speaking with me one-on-one, you can visit littleshaman.org to do that. I teach workshops, clinics, and seminars throughout the year as well. So if you're interested in checking out what we have running right now, you can do that. And we also have a support group, and membership into that includes weekly support meetings, a support forum, weekly support email with access to exclusive content and a few other things. And you can also find that on littleshaman.org as well. Thank you very much for your comments, questions, and suggestions. I always look forward to those. You've been listening to the Meditations and More podcast. May the Great Spirit bless you. Have a beautiful day.